Hello everyone, today I'm gonna teach you how you can trap the dragon and open the end portal, just like you can see behind me. And the way that we did this is basically we tricked the dragon into thinking there's not any valid path he can take, so he just stays still, okay? So, let's explain how the dragon path finds, okay? So here we have some banners which represent nodes, okay? And how would I define nodes is a coordinate that the dragon uses to create paths, okay? So a path would go from one node to another, okay? You have two types of nodes, these green ones and these red ones. And I'm going to explain what the difference is later, okay? For now, and the most important thing is that when you spawn a dragon or you load an area that has a dragon in it, it would look for specific coordinates and see what's the highest block there and choose that as a node, okay? Okay. Now, as you can see, I have marked all of the nodes in this map, and I'm gonna explain a little bit more how the dragon makes its path, okay? Okay. So, let's imagine this green thing is the dragon, okay? So, the closest node to him would be this red one, which is right above us. I think is that one. And because that one is the closest one to him, he will select that as the starting node, okay? After that, the dragon will choose any of these green nodes at random to be the end node. So for our example, we're gonna say this one, okay? And it's going to try to create a path between the starting node and the end node, okay? The way that he does it, it basically checks for nearby nodes, sees if there's a closer one, and chooses that as the next step of his path, okay? With the new node we have assigned to the path, it does the same thing, checks the nodes which are close to it, sees there's a closer node, and it finally gets to the end node, okay? So, in this scenario, where the dragon is here and we want to get here, it will do something like go from this node to this one, to this one, to this one, the end one, okay? Okay. Now, what's the difference between the red nodes and the green nodes, okay? Well, red nodes are always active, but the green ones are only active when there are no end crystals, okay? So if there was an end crystal on the tower or something, the Ender Dragon would be able to pathfind through these green nodes, okay? So, I'm gonna make another example, but this time with the end crystals broken, okay? Let's move over there. So, we're now here, and the dragon is just above this node, okay? So, he chooses this green node as its starting node. And because the end crystals have been broken, the dragon cannot pathfind through green nodes, okay? So we have the closest node, and let's say this is the final node, okay? In this scenario, where the end crystals are broken, you cannot go from this one to this one to this one, okay? Because it includes a green node. So the dragon would have to go to the closest red node, which is closer than the starting one to the end node, okay? So for example, this node is closer than this one to this one, okay? And it would repeat the process just as normal. So these are the nodes which are close to the new one. This one is closer than the old one. And this path is created, okay? The dragon doesn't actually go to the final node because it's a green one, okay? So in this example, it just goes from this one to this one to this one. And he finishes the path, okay? Cool. Now, you need to remember that even if this is flat, the actual nodes are in 3 dimensions. So if we get this node really, really high up, the dragon would go from, more or less this level, the level the pillars are in, really, really high up, and then come down, okay? So we can change a little bit the path of the dragon based on the height of the node, okay? So how can we freeze him? Well, if we break the end crystal and make these red nodes really, really high up, the dragon will stop seeing them as closer nodes. So because the red nodes are so high up, green nodes are closer than the red ones, okay? So in this scenario, the dragon's here, but the red node is so high up that the closest node to it is this green one, okay? So it will select that one as the starting node, okay? Now, let's imagine it wants to go to that green node, okay? Because all of the red nodes are so high up, none of them are closer than the starting node, okay? So the path would be from this one, which we said is the starting node, to this one, which is the end node. But because the end node is green and the end crystals are broken and there are no red nodes to make a path, the dragon cannot make a path and it will stay frozen like that, okay? Now, the easiest way to make the dragon get frozen is to place some blocks at these coordinates at about 200 Y level, okay? So if you place any block, dirt, whatever, at 200 Y level in these coordinates, which are the coordinates that are checked for the red nodes, the dragon will freeze when you break the end crystals, okay? You have them down in the description too. And yeah, if it doesn't instantly freeze, it will do so after a few seconds. And if you go through an end gateway and come back, it will instantly freeze. Only if the end crystals are broken, okay? I'm gonna leave this world down in the description, so if you want to have all the commands here and everything. But yeah, so the only problem with the dragon being frozen is that we cannot leave the end, but there's actually a way to fix it, and that is to push the dragon through an end gateway. For example, this one. Okay, and now that he has left, as soon as 1 minute passes, another dragon will spawn. If you have the blocks placed, these red blocks placed, the dragon will appear at that height. Okay, so if you have it really, really high up, like these ones at 200 Y level, the dragon will appear there. So I'm just going to wait until the dragon appears, and then I'll come back to you. Okay guys, now that the new dragon spawned, he's just gonna freeze like the other one, because we still have the dirt blocks at Y200. So now you just kill him. No. And the portal will be open now, so you can go to the overworld. But instead of doing that, we're going to go rescue the other dragon. And we're gonna follow him to the end island. Okay? So now that we are here, we just need the dragon to go up to here and do its thing. You can just wait for that. I'm just gonna cut it, and I'll see you when the dragon is back at this level. Right now he's under the island because of some weird stuff that happened when we teleport him. Okay, so the dragon has come up, and it's not frozen right now, and that's because when we unloaded this area, the dragon couldn't find any blocks that we placed. But that's not a problem, because we can just go to the nearest end gateway and teleport. I missed. It's so embarrassing. So we teleport to the end gateway. We come back, and the dragon is frozen. Okay, so yeah, frozen. Now you can place it wherever you like. Just like with the flying machine, you can push it with pistons. I like to place it here. Okay. And yeah, you have a fully open and functioning portal and an end dragon that is frozen. Just be careful when you go out to the overworld, not to remove the blocks you place at 200 Y level, okay? Well guys, that's everything for this video. If you have any doubts, you can head to my Twitch channel. I should be streaming right now. If you want to contact me some other way, you can contact me on my Discord, which should be down in the description. And if you liked the video and it was helpful, please give it a like. And if you want to see what I post on the future, please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching my video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.